Welcome back to the arena, guys. Today we are here with another episode. In this episode, we are going to be focusing on dark elixir farming with the new sneaky goblins. I did post a video yesterday showing you for farming elixir and gold with the sneaky goblins. In case you guys missed that video, I will link you in the video's description and also in the pinned comments. So be sure to check it out after this video. So let's dive straight into the first example and teach you guys how to use it. It's pretty simple to use the sneaky goblins when it comes to dark elixir. Unlike the regular goblins, you have more hit points, which means the mortars and the splash defenses will not be able to one-shot them. So it's way much easier to use the sneaky goblins unlike the regular goblins. So when it comes to dark elixir, you're always trying to focus on the 3 dark elixir drills and the dark elixir storage with the town hall. Most of the people do forget the town hall because the town hall in itself acts like a storage and contains a maximum of 600 dark elixir. Every single dark elixir you loot is definitely valuable. So what here we are doing is just putting one giant to tank and using couple of wall breakers to open up the wall so that we let the goblins into the dark elixir drills, so they are going to be taking it down. The speciality about the sneaky goblins is that they are invincible for the first 5 seconds. So one sneaky goblin will be able to take down one single dark elixir drill. So that's way more effective than the regular goblins. In this attack, the dragon that come out of the CC was actually a little bit trouble to deal with. So what we are going to do is just pull the dragon to one corner of the map and then continue the attack from the other corner. So here you can see actually what was the plan was to wall break here so that it will let us path to the town hall. But the wall breakers actually went straight to the wall at the bottom. So in case you make a wall break fail, that's not the end of the world. You still can use the sneaky goblins way much effectively even if you fail a wall break. So the sneaky goblins themselves act as a wall breaker just because they are sneaky for the first 5 seconds, and also they do more damage significantly instead of the regular goblins. So you can use the sneaky goblins even to break through the walls. So the dragon is definitely going to be trouble here. So that is why we are going to use a giant somewhere here and pull this dragon all the way to this area, so then we can use the goblin straight to the town hall. That is what we are going to be doing in this attack, as the giant is gonna pull the dragons on the other side. And now here comes the jump spell, which is gonna provide access to the town hall. Since there are a lot of storages on the initial part of the base, it is always necessary to use a raid spell so that the sneaky goblins will be able to get through faster. Here comes a heal and a rage at the core just because there are 2 visit towers and 2 bomb towers at the core. It is a must. You are supposed to use a heal spell along with the rage spell because the splash defenses will take down the goblins relatively quickly, unlike the mortars, because the mortars are slow, but the visit towers and the bomb towers are faster than the mortars, so they will easily take down the goblins. And that is gonna end this attack. We just looted every single drop of the dark elixir from this base. And also you have to note that this attack changes every time according to the base. So it's quite easier on some bases and very much difficult on some other kind of bases. So in this base, it's kind of looking a bit tricky because the dark elixir drills are inside the walls and they are a bit deeper, not on the outside layer of the walls. They are a bit deeper. So it's a little bit difficult to get through them. So what we are going to do is initially take down the gold mines on the outside so that when we send in the next sneaky goblins, they are straightly going into the core of the base. We are always using only a couple of them at a time, because if we are using everything at a time, there are possibilities of being a giant bomb at the core of the base, and if a giant bomb targets, they're gone. Yeah, that is going to be the end tree. That is the reason why we are just sending a few of them at a time. They did take the town hall here, so we're gonna send a few more. They're gonna go and take the next dark elixir drill, and here comes the rage, and they're gonna easily take down the dark elixir storage as well, in spite of the tornado pulling them. Another rage was swagged on this attack as well. That was deployed by mistake, and here, if you take a closer look, the wall breakers will actually go for this wall and not for this wall. So it's very difficult to do a wall break in order to get the wall breakers to this dark elixir drill. So what we are going to do is, in case if we are not able to get a wall break, it's always beneficial to just use a jump spell and take it down, guys. Let's play the attack and see what happens. The sneaky goblins could break the wall here, but it's going to be difficult for the sneaky goblins to get through the wall because there are a lot of defenses surrounding them. So it's going to be a bit difficult. So what we are going to do is definitely use a jump spell to get through. You anyway can try with the wall breakers and the sneaky goblins themselves. If you cannot, then make sure you use a jump spell, because every single dark elixir we are taking is definitely a profit in this attack. In this attack, we did not use a heal spell because it was not necessary at the core. But if there are a lot of splash defenses surrounding the core, you must use a heal spell in order to get through. So let me go ahead and show you the next example where it's going to be the general combo, guys. This base is a perfect example. It's going to be the general combo. You're just going to use 3 spells in most of the attacks, but you are going to have 2 jump spells, 2 rage spells, and a heal spell in your combo, but you're just going to be using 1 heal, 1 rage, and 1 jump in most of the attacks. We're going to use 1 giant and the wall breakers to get access to the first dark elixir drill, and just send 1 sneaky goblin and completely wipe out the drill. And the next 2 drills are at the top, and the town hall is in the core of this base. So here we should be able to use the wall break. The giant tanks for the wall breaker, and we get access to the first layer, and we're gonna use those sneaky goblins just to wipe out these collector buildings, so that when we send in the main pack, they're just going to come straight into the core. Here comes the second layer of the wall break, and that is gonna allow us to get access to these storage buildings and also the second dark elixir drill. And we are going to break open to the next layer of the wall from the top to get access to the second dark elixir drill, which is situated next to the bomb tower, and the 1 sneaky goblin takes it down. So now if you take a look at this base, putting 1 jump spell here can clearly provide access to the town hall. And the third dark elixir drill is somewhere hiding here, which also has access, which means the attack is done. You're done with the path for the goblins. Now all you need to do is send in the goblins, a few of them, to test for some traps in the core, and then send in the rest of your giants to tank for them goblins, and then you're gonna send in a few to take down the the nearby resource buildings, and then when you send them, they're gonna straightly go into the core. We are using now, the sneaky goblins are gonna target the dark elixir drill, and they take it down. Now the sneaky goblins has no other way other than to go to the dark elixir storage, and that is what they're gonna do. We're gonna use 1 rage spell and a heal spell just because of this multi-mortar, because that's gonna deal a lot of damage on top of the sneaky goblins. So now this base also has a lot of gold and elixir, so we're just gonna spray the rest of the sneaky goblins and take the rest of the storages as well. And it's just so simple, guys. All you need to do is just focus and take down all the 3 Dark Elixir drills, and then send in the sneaky goblins straight into the core, and they're gonna rip it apart. That is all gonna wrap it up. Look at that, we also had 10 sneaky goblins left out. The basic combo that I would recommend is having 6 giants, 10 wall breakers, and 70 sneaky goblins. And in case if you would like to be more cheaper, you still can use some barbarians instead of the giants, because they are cheaper than the giants. So when it comes to farming, you always would like to be cheaper. So that is all gonna wrap it up for this video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this. If so, please don't forget to leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of my future videos. As I said, if you missed my yesterday's video, then I'll be sure to link it out in the video description and in the comment section as well. So be sure to check it out. And I'll be back with another episode. Until then, stay safe, clash on.